What's up, Mudpuppies?
Stop calling them that.
I will never stop calling them that because they are my Mudpuppies. We are here tonight to cover the Goatman of Old Alton Bridge.
We shamrock shake, we are.
But before we do that, I have been doing more research on Lizard Man. Been reading a book about him and doing some more digging.
Yeah.
And I have
You're a believer?
I have some new thoughts.
You have new thoughts.
So,
do you want to go over those new thoughts now?
I'd like to go over these new thoughts.
Or do you want to wait?
I'd like to go over these new thoughts now.
This isn't even a Lizard Man episode.
I know.
You want to go over them right now?
We already did a Lizard Man episode.
I know, but all right.
I want to start this episode with some Lizard Man thoughts. So,
fine.
I am a believer that there is something in Bishopville.
So is everyone in the world.
Yes, but I do not believe that it is a...
There's not a lot there.
I do... Yeah, there really is not.
There. Bishopville's got quite nothing. We've been to Bishopville.
We've been to Bishopville twice now.
Twice now we've been to Bishopville.
So, with the research that I've been doing and the reading that I've been doing since our episode, because if you all remember, if you have seen it or you've met us in person and we told you about the Lizard Man, we're pretty convinced it was the lima bean farmer chasing the guy away, and the kid saw that and thought it was Lizard Man.
Yeah.
So, that is the only sighting of the Lizard Man that anyone thought they saw a Lizard Man.
Yes.
There have been multiple accounts and testimonies and sightings of things happening with the Lizard Man that involve something furry.
You're thinking Bigfoot.
So I'm thinking there's probably some kind of Sasquatch that lives in the Bishopville area, because the first time that they thought about anything with Lizard Man was that family's Ford that got attacked, and they picked off fur from the wreckage that they then DNA tested, and it came back as a fox.
Yes.
Which, a fox is not going to do that kind of damage, so maybe this is something with DNA that we don't understand yet that's similar to a fox's. I don't know. Still,
that's a step.
That's a step, but there's no way a goddamn fox with that tiny ass head is going to rip a bumper off and do the damage that they claim to have done. So, this also could have been something that had recently eaten a fox. It maybe had its fur around its mouth or in its body, something like that. This is just me trying to connect those dots.
Or it was a lady with a fox scarf.
That is also possible. That was hacking this thing up.
Yeah.
Now, second theory, too, that goes with this. There have been multiple sightings along the same strip of road of a monkey-like, hairy, hunched-over creature.
Okay.
I found this on the web.
Shut up, Siri. Then there is another time that a car...
Siri's trying to... I saw that on the internet, too.
There was another car attack that... They DNA tested some of the, I believe it was blood that was on the car, and it came back as canine. And then there was a third car attack that they were like, listen, none of this is coming back as lizard shit, so we're not going to bother DNA testing at this one. But they did try to disprove it by taking a same model car and first making a fake dog jaw, attacking it with, I think they shot at it a bunch of times, and then going after it with power tools to try and replicate all the damage. And the closest they could do to replicate it was with power tools, and even that wasn't the same.
Yeah.
So, I think there's a Sasquatch.
You think there's a Sasquatch?
I think there's an unnamed, undiscovered Sasquatch that's fucking around down here, and it's not a Lizard Man.
Well, it sounds like we have to go back to Bishopville and do some investigation.
We gotta do some hunting. I think we should see if there's any kind of trails to the escape war and just wander around.
Yeah, see what we can find.
So that's my new take on Lizard Man. I don't think there's a Lizard Man, but I think there's definitely something.
Yeah.
Beyond, like, I saw something and I believe in it. Like,
dude, I told you, we're going to go there looking for a Sasquatch, and we're going to find the Lizard Man.
Dude, I would rather eat my words and find the Lizard Man than not have this thing exist.
We're going to find the Lizard Man. So...
Alright, that's enough of my rant here, Mudpuppies. Let's get into the real one. As I said at the top of the episode, we are covering the Goatman of Old Alton Bridge.
Yes.
So this comes to us from the 1930s in Denton, Texas.
Can I give some background on the Alton Bridge before we dive into the story?
Go for it.
Okay, cool. So it was the mid-1800s, right? Alton served briefly as the Denton County seat, located along Hickory Creek, right? So Alton, Texas is like one of the towns right next to Denton, right? And by 1856, Alton was abandoned as the county seat moved to Denton. Today, only the Hickory Creek Baptist Church and Alton Cemetery remain there. So there's nothing in fucking Alton.
Do people still live there, or is it just those buildings happen to be there?
I think just those buildings are there.
So there's nothing.
There's not like much there.
So it's just straight up abandoned town.
Those are the only things left from that old Alton there. I think there's some more Alton now, but those are the only like buildings that remain from that time.
So there is still Alton. Okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if this was like an abandoned town or not.
No.
Okay, cool.
All right, and in 1884, the old Alton Bridge was built as an iron truss crossing over Hickory Creek and became a vital connection in North Rural Texas, especially before the growth of Denton or Dallas. So this is before Denton got big.
Okay.
In 1988,
Before Denton got its groove back.
yeah, in 1988, it was listed at a National Register of Historic Places, and by 2001, it was closed to vehicles, becoming a pedestrian bridge only.
Okay.
So you can no longer drive a car over the bridge.
Right, you can only walk.
Yeah. So basically, they were trying to build town, big thing there. They put the county seat there, and then they said, "Fuck this," and moved it.
Denton.
And they were like, "Well, we already have this shit here, so we might as well build a bridge." And so they did.
Okay.
They built a bridge, and you can continue on with
Nice.
the story from there. But that's just some background on
The Alton Bridge.
Yeah.
Cool. The Goatman of Alton Bridge.
Yes.
Is described as a ghostly apparition with a goat's head and
Yeah.
glowing eyes. And the story goes that a goat farmer named Oscar Washburn had a successful goat farm right near the bridge, and the KKK decided to make an example out of him because he was an African American, and they lynched him and hung him from the bridge.
Yeah.
But when they climbed under the bridge to retrieve his body and admire their work, his body had disappeared.
Yeah.
So they thought he had survived and cut himself down and escaped. So they went and burned down his farm with his wife and children still inside.
Yeah.
So now it's said that Washburn haunts the bridge as this goatly goat monster looking for revenge.
Yeah.
And he can actually be summoned if you knock 3 times on the bridge's frame. I don't know why anybody would want to summon something that is out to kill you. So that's kind of stupid, but that's a thing you can do apparently.
Yeah.
Kind of like doing Bloody Mary.
So basically, he was known for producing really high quality meat, cheese, milk, and leather goods.
Yes. He even had a sign on the bridge that said Goatman this way.
Yeah. He was like kind of like a local like fame there, which is what caught negative attention from like the KKK.
Yes.
But yeah, so legend says Washburn returned as a vengeful spirit and is said to take revenge not randomly, but on those with ties to racial violence, especially descendants of Klansmen.
Okay.
So he doesn't just attack everyone, apparently.
Right. He only attacks you if you have clan blood.
Clan blood, or if you've done like kind of like hate crime type stuff.
Yeah.
Or of anyone that's like a promoter of racial violence. Apparently, that's who he attacks. A quote from Sean Treat, somebody who did a big investigation there, said he doesn't take everybody. Who he does take usually have the blood of Klansmen in them. So, like most lynchings in Texas, there's not a lot of record on them.
Right. There's actually not a lot of record on this guy even existing.
Yeah, well, that was kind of a common trend in that time period, though.
Right.
First of all, they kept them out of the legal system as much as possible. There wasn't good record keeping then anyways.
Right.
But it was also when people were having rights when they didn't have rights, and so
Back
it was,
in racist America.
Yes, back when it was
Yeah.
race. Back then, so it's kind of not super uncommon to there not being good records of a African American goat farmer in the middle of nowhere in Texas. And then also his death not having a record of is very common too.
Right.
Because they did not keep a record of things like that either. Those were like angry mob killings.
Right.
And when that did happen, everybody did as much as they can to brush it under the rug.
Especially when you had Klansmen that were actually police officers and
Yeah.
other things like that.
So investigations didn't really happen like that. There's actually over 700 lynchings that are known to have occurred in Texas between 1882 and 1942. People go to the bridge now, and you can only walk across the bridge on foot.
Right.
And they see glowing red or yellow eyes watching from the woods, phantom hoofbeats, goat bleeding, or maniacal. That's it. Laughter. Yeah. So like evil laughs.
Yeah.
Apparitions of goat-headed men, sometimes holding goat heads under each arm. Vehicle stalling, locking, unlocking, and sudden cold spots or dense mist. Sighting of a ghostly man herding goats, screams, growls, and splashes from the creek below.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there's a ritual legend though to summon the goat man.
Yeah. Knock on the bridge 3 times. There's a couple ways to do it actually, apparently.
Yeah.
Your car neutral and trying to roll across the bridge, I think, is one way to do it.
Yeah, honk twice on Halloween to summon the goat man. Those who summon him may go missing or encounter something that follows them home. It's just one of those It turned into a popular folklore story for the area.
Right.
There was a couple investigations there recently. One in 2010. They didn't really find anything on their investigation, sadly. Or not sadly, maybe that's just...
Probably a good thing they didn't find anything, because I don't know if we want a murderous goat.
I don't know if we want Goatman to be out there killing people, but... But it's cool what it is.
Yeah, that's really it for Goatman. There's not a lot to talk about here.
Yeah. There's one more kind of story.
Okay.
Of what could have evolved into the Goatman too.
Okay.
So in the 1860s, after the chaos of the Civil War, during the chaos of the Civil War, Jack Kendall was another African American that was possibly a freed slave at the time, got lynched by another group of angry Klansmen.
Right.
And he was decapitated. His body rose and began searching for a new head, and eventually used the head of a goat
to pop back on. And that was in a nearby area in Texas. So they think when our guy here, Oscar, was killed, maybe there was some type of possession where his spirit came over and took fused
over
with
Oscar.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So.
All right.
Craziness. I don't know how much of that I believe, but
I don't know. This is pretty low on the tier list for me in terms of...
Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard with these ones because the history is kind of overstepped.
Yeah.
It's like not recorded well. And there's a reason for that. And it's not a very happy reason, but they like to brush things under the rug. And this is one of those things that kind of got brushed under the rug. So now we have all this speculation on what is this evil spirit? Is it an evil spirit?
Right. Does it exist? Is this
Does
a
it
legend?
exist?
Is this just... Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's not this... Even the sightings that I've heard about. Like, I have a friend that lives 5 minutes away from this bridge.
Right.
Said he's been there hundreds of times. Never saw anything weird.
Yeah.
So that, for me... kind of throws this whole thing. It's a cool folklore story.
I think we're gonna have to go on a trip and see if we can bunk or debunk.
Yeah.
Let's go and knock on the bridge, man. We'll go. We'll treat it like the way that I would treat ghost hunting. We'll bring equipment.
Yeah.
We'll knock on the bridge. If he shows up, I'll treat it just like any other spirit that I would, and we'll go from there. And if he doesn't show up, we'll have it on film that he's not showing up, and unfortunately, we'll just debunk the ghost. Yeah. The Goatman legend, I would say. This is there live on camera.
Yeah. So I think the last investigation there was in 2010 by another spirit hunting paranormal group.
Yeah, but they weren't DNR, man.
They weren't DNR. They weren't DNR. We're the real deal. We find the real fucking ghosts. But
yeah, I think it's worth checking out at least.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Yes.
How would you fight the Goatman?
Dude, first of all, I'm not a KKK member, so I don't think I have to worry about it. Second of all, he's a Goatman. He's not known to attack. Well, he kind of is.
He's known to attack anybody that's ties to racial violence and the KKK.
Yeah, and you go disappearing.
But if he had to fight him, say he got confused and he just was like, "Oh, that's the guy from Duck Dynasty. I'm gonna fight him."
Spartan kick his goat ass off that bridge.
Mind you, I think he's like. Actually, we don't know how big he is. They just say he's a goat.
He's a goat man.
So he could be 4 feet tall. He could be 7 feet tall.
Yep. Either way, he's getting Spartan kicked off that bridge. That's what's gonna happen. Barefoot.
In your sandals.
In my sandals.
What if he bites you?
Well, then I'd probably have rabies or something. Can goats get rabies?
Can goats get rabies?
I'm sure. I think most animals can get rabies. I know donkeys can get them and shit.
Possums can't.
Possums can't. Yeah, but that's like a superpower of theirs.
What if goats are related to the possum family?
They're not.
Yeah, they're probably not.
Yeah. Or opossums.
They're two different animals.
Yeah, but can they get rabies?
Opossums are the ones that live in America.
Yeah.
Possums are the ones that live in, like, Europe.
Australia.
That too.
Okay. Same thing, right?
Yeah.
They both have English accents.
Yeah, they both talk funny. They both say the English words wrong.
Yeah.
All right. I think you can fight the Goatman. I think I could fight the Goatman.
Yeah.
If he's a ghost, I could definitely fight him. If he's just a man-goat thing without any cool powers, I could fight him too.
Dude, I can't imagine him having good balance with having hooves for feet, but only back hooves. You know?
That's a good point. If he's just walking around on back hooves bipedal,
yeah,
probably just kick him in his stomach and he'd fall over.
He'd probably like do that stagger. Even like when they like design them in like games and stuff, they stagger step away because you know it's like they're walking on stilts the whole time.
Yeah, especially on like a wooden old bridge like that.
Yeah,
probably rickety. He'd probably fall on his own.
Yeah,
you
dude,
wouldn't
no
have
way.
to fight him.
Goatman be done.
Somebody the Goatman isn't that scary.
Yeah, dude.
Well, let's give this guy a rating. Charlie, how real do you think the Goatman of Old Alton Bridge is?
Not very real.
Not at all.
Not at all. Straight up, I don't think he's real. I think it's a kind of like a folklore story. But especially since I know somebody that lives right near it that has also said they haven't really seen anything there. kind of like takes away from it.
Right.
So I will say 0.5.
0.5?
Because I didn't even find any real good sightings, and even the ghost hunting investigation crew that went out there didn't really
fake anything.
Couldn't even fake anything too good. So
yeah, it's just starting to sound to me a lot like a lot of the shit that we would see for Clinton Road back home.
Yeah,
that we would go replicate and nothing would happen. So I'm gonna agree with you. There's really not much to it. There's no, granted, from the time period, there's not going to be a lot of records anyway of these people, but there really aren't any records of this man and all this kind of stuff. And you would think that even though they wouldn't keep records that well, somebody this famous to the community would have some kind of something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, this is the man known as the Goatman. He had his own sign on the bridge and all this kind of stuff. Come on. Yeah. There should be some evidence. So I'm going to go even less. I'm going to give a 0.2.
0.2.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty low.
How cool do you think the Goatman is?
Look, the story itself, I like urban legend.
Yeah, it's a cool story.
Folklore stuff. I like how he is a violent cryptid. You know how I like violent cryptids. But it's hard because there's not many sightings of him. So all we have is this idea of a Goatman kidnapping guys. But for what it is, he's got an origin story. Yes. Brutal as hell. Yes. He also is like one of those cool like anti-hero characters. Yes. So it's like I'm reading a comic book where he attacks villains. So
yeah, honestly, he's kind of like he's a violent cryptid, but he's like a heroic violent cryptid.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna attack racists, but he's also just happens to attack people that are related to Klansmen.
Yeah, he's like a confused hero.
Yeah. Yeah, like anti-hero type dude. Like he's not really like he's got a goal. Yeah. But it's not really too beneficial.
Stomp out racism one hoof at a time.
Yeah, one hoof at a time. Yeah. So, I don't know. His story's alright. It would be cooler if I knew more about him. But there's not too much I could take as fact. Because there's not too much info on him. Right. So, I'm going to go ahead and give him 3. Okay. Because the story's cool. Yeah. But I don't have enough to be like, damn, this guy is the bee's knees. This guy is the wax tax.
This guy is the goat toes.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a ghost.
He's the goat.
Ghost. Like a ghost. But goats.
Okay, you need to stop trying to write jokes. They all suck. Yeah, honestly, I agree with just about everything you said. I think I'm just going to give him a 3 too. Yeah. Because there's not a lot to go off of, but what we do have to go off of is pretty cool. It'd be cool if there was more, though. Yeah. It'd be a lot cooler if there was. And as far as uniqueness,
it's not super unique. Just because it's giving off classic guy was killed here, now he haunts the area vibes.
True, yeah. So it's not very unique. Plus, there's how many Goatmen did we have to... I had to specify this one when we got the art done and research because there's like time they 3 or 4 Goatmen around the world.
Dude, look. And anytime they want to make some type of like satanic evil...
It's always a goat.
It's always a goat.
What's with goats and the fucking devil, man? Like, come on. Goats are cool.
I don't know. It probably has some like biblical... connection.
I don't know why. They just got square eyeballs. Or square pupils.
Maybe, yeah.
Which are cool looking, dude.
Yeah.
They got square pupils.
They do.
It's neat.
Yeah. My grandpa's got goats.
I know. They're cool. Yeah, goats are cool.
I like he's got a goat. He's had goats.
Right. You've wrestled them.
Yeah, I've wrestled them for him. Yeah.
Are they satanic? Does your grandfather have satanic
No,
goats?
They're not satanic. Exactly. They're good goats. They're good goats.
Goats are great.
You stay away from my grandfather's goats, all right?
You'll be nice to the goats.
They're quality goats. Like 2.
2? Okay.
2.
Yeah, it's very folklore-y. It's got a lot of the same feel as the Pigman was, whereas like, ooh, we're gonna get you.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing to back it up. I like this is one of the few that we have that's kind of has a goal.
Yeah.
Like, we have not had a single cryptid. It's like, I exist for this reason, and I'm here to do it. He's here to stomp out racism at any cost.
Yeah.
So... that gives him some points.
Anti-racist goat. As most goats are, I think.
Yeah, I feel like goats don't like racist people.
Yeah, I feel like goats aren't racist either. I feel like they're just goats.
You know, we've been doing this for almost a year now, and not a single cryptid has come through being like, I'm here because of this reason.
Yeah.
The closest we have is maybe the Flatwoods monster that was here on a recon mission, or the Chiang Rai scarecrow thing that was here on a possible recon mission.
Yeah.
But everything else was like, this thing exists. We don't know why. This thing exists. We don't know why. This thing exists. We don't know why. This is the lizard man. He's a lima bean farmer. But he's probably also a Sasquatch. It's the first one that comes across. It's like, this is my reason for living, and this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Which is cool. and is different. So I'm going to give him a 2.5.
Okay.
Give him the slightest bit of an edge. All right, buddy.
Sweet.
Let's math duck it up.
Let's math quack it.
Quack-a-lackin'.
Quack-a-lackin'. There he is. Looking cool. Looking ducky.
He's a good boy.
You got the math duck ready?
Oh, shit. I should math. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, you do that part.
No. Hold on. I got to mute this. Stop. And then bring this up. And then do this. Wow. We took a week off and I forgot how to podcast.
Dude. You're off the ball, man. You've dropped the ball.
All right. I'm ready.
All right, so we got a 0.2 plus 0.5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2.5 plus 2. And a low score of 11.2.
11.2.
Not the lowest.
It's not the lowest we've had.
It's not the lowest we've had.
Yeah, lowest in a while.
Yeah.
I can't remember the lowest we've had so far, though.
I think it was recent.
I think it was the Pigman.
Yeah.
It was low as shit.
Which is super sad because I met a guy down the street that's a huge Pigman fan.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is he really?
I told him we did an episode on it. I didn't tell him the outcome.
I think that about wraps it up for this one. It's kind of a short one tonight, but that's okay. There wasn't a lot to go off with this one.
That's okay. Yeah.
Okay, sometimes you get long ones.
Sometimes you get short ones.
Sometimes you get a 2-pump chump out of us.
Yeah.
That's all you're going to get.
Sometimes I'm just not podcasting today.
Thank you all for watching. Make sure you go check us out on all our socials. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We are on
the internet.
I forgot. Oh, we have a Discord. Make sure you join that. It's cool. I post polls. I post art. I post Sexy Mothman. I chat with y'all as much as I can. Most of the time it's me talking to myself, so we need more people in there to talk to me because I'm getting lonely. Charlie doesn't even talk to me. He's a douche. But we post updates and news and everything else going on, so that's like the best place to be if you want to know what's going on in DNR world. We post links to our merch and all that other kind of cool stuff. Go to our Designs by Human store if you want merch. All of our podcast art becomes stuff. They actually just shrank the store, so now it's just shirts, glasses, and water bottles.
Damn.
So if you didn't get a mug or a print or a sticker yet,
Did they just stop doing them?
they just don't exist in the store anymore, and they stopped making them.
Damn.
So if you didn't get them yet, I'm sorry you can't get those
Sucks
yet
for you for
anymore.
slacking.
If you like movies or books, I'm on Letterboxd and I'm on Goodreads. I have lists of DNR stuff, so you can check out any paranormal or cryptid related or conspiracy theory stuff that I have watched or read, and you can watch and read them yourself. They're pretty sweet. I'm working on that Lizardman book right now. It's pretty it's interesting. Changed my brain.
Yeah.
Up a lot of things. Keep being a mud puppy. Cool. Catch you next time.
See you next time, guys.
Peace.